I'm about to do something on camera that genuinely scares me, and I'm going to let you watch what happens inside me while I do it, because this is what courageous living actually looks like. It's not fearless, it's doing it scared. Hi, I'm Dr. Stephanie Best. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I teach high achieving men and women who struggle with anxiety how to liberate themselves from fear with mind body wellness so they can live more courageously and build lives they love. So, as you can see, we're doing something a little different this week. I'm sitting at the piano. I have spent over 20 years teaching clients to do hard things while fear is in the room. And today I'm going to do it myself on camera on purpose. Right? This is what we call an exposure. It's an anxiety provoking situation that you willingly choose to enter in the service of something that matters to you. Now, why is this an exposure for me? I love my piano, but this is a very private thing for me typically. Anybody who knows me who's watching this, particularly my boyfriend who didn't know I was making this today, is going, "Oh my God, I can't believe she's doing this." I really have performance anxiety playing in front of people. This is something that I just sort of cherish on my own. In fact, you can see, well, you don't know this, but I'm up in my bedroom. My piano is up here, partly because it really is the only logical place to put it in the house. But if I'm honest, I don't have to fear anybody listening to me or watching me up here. So I thought this would be a perfect exposure to use for this setting. So I'm going to teach you three psychological flexibility moves to use when you're doing an exposure. And they really all go together. And I'm going to walk you through it as I'm going through it. We're going to talk about how to open up, get present, and do what matters. All right. So, number one, open up. Acknowledge what's showing up inside of you. What are the uncomfortable thoughts, feelings, sensations? So I'm definitely noticing that my heart is beating a little faster. My temperature just went up. I'm having a little clamminess on my hands thinking about doing this in front of you and putting it out into the world. You might remember from an earlier video where we talked about how trying to stop thoughts or push them away doesn't work. And we talked about a strategy of labeling to distance yourself a little bit from your thoughts. So I'm noticing I'm having the thought that I am going to look really silly here. The story my mind is telling me is y'all are going to cringe when you see this. I'm having a feeling of anxiety and nervousness, right? And actually, since we're in a musical mode today, I'll tell you about one technique from acceptance and commitment therapy, the type of therapy I practice that's really useful for helping you to get a little bit of space or unhook from difficult thoughts is to sing them. And so you can sing them to a common tune if you want, or make up your own. Happy birthday works pretty well. So I might say, I look like an idiot. You're gonna think like that I don't know what I'm doing. Everyone watching this right now is cringing, and I'm not good enough. So this is not to make fun of yourself. It's just to help you again get a little space and see a thought for what it is, no more, no less, right? And to not get so over identified with the content of the thought that your mind is giving you in this moment. So open up, right? Allow the thoughts, the feelings, the sensations. The next step is really get present. Get present. So I'm going to slow my breathing down a bit. I'm going to breathe from my belly. Just expand and contract. I'm noticing my feet on the floor. Right? Maybe I'll give myself a little stretch to connect with my body. Notice my fingers on the keys, my weight in the piano bench to help me come back to right now. And then I'm going to do what matters. Here it comes. So we've also talked in a previous video about asking your 80-year-old self why something like this is worth doing. Let that help you connect to your why before you do the scary thing. For me, I don't feel like it's me standing in a place of integrity to ask you week after week to do courageous things in your own life if I'm not willing to do that myself. So that's one thing. Also, I I love the feeling of liberating myself from fear and reminding myself time and time again that fear doesn't get to make the choices for me. Um, I get to choose especially when it's in the service of helping others. And I'm hoping that by you seeing someone like me, a clinical psychologist who's done this for a lot of years, for you seeing me actually having some pretty uncomfortable anxiety and doing something that is scary in the service of being there for other people, of modeling what courageous living looks like, of expanding my world and hopefully your world. I'm hoping that that will help you to do the same. So, all right, without further ado, I've now opened up to my thoughts and feelings, gotten present in the now, and it's time to do what matters. And by the way, I'm not going to cop out and play something that I know really, really well. I'm actually working on a little section here that I don't know well, because I really didn't think it was fair. I should do something that's genuinely scary. So here we go. Just gonna play a little bit. Ah, there we go. I have done it. I'm noticing that my face is probably flushed and blushing. I hope you got a kick out of that. And I also recognize it's silly. A lot of the stories that our minds tell us are irrational. Whatever you thought of that, it was not about the song itself. It's about showing up, being brave, doing something that matters to you for your own reasons. So, what is your version of the your piano bench here? Let's think about that. Let's have you identify some situations. What's the conversation that you keep avoiding? What's the thing that you're waiting to feel ready for before you do it? Something that is important to you, something that might expand your world on the other side, make life feel a little more vital, a little more worth living. These same three moves, right? Open up, get present, do what matters. They can work there too in those situations. You don't have to feel ready. You just have to be willing. You can do this. If you want more of this, real psychology with real tools for real moments, subscribe and join me every few weeks to learn how to face the scary things in your own life with more courage and heart. Thanks for being here.